Hello, and welcome to our tutorial explaining how to use the Library tab in Capti. This video will provide an overview of the options available to you on screen. If you are an experienced Capti user, many of the things we review in this video will be very familiar. However, you will find a lot of improvements that make Capti much easier to use. Let's start by reviewing playlists in the top left corner of the screen. Playlists are collections of accessible documents called tracks. You can have as many playlists and tracks as you want in Capti. There are two types of playlists, personal and shared playlists. Personal playlists can be created by any Capti user and contain whatever tracks the user uploads to the playlist. A personal playlist is only available to the user who created it. A shared playlist can be created by administrators, teachers, and assistants. Students cannot create shared playlists. To create a playlist, click on the playlist or drop-down arrow in the top left and select plus playlist. Name your playlist and choose whether you want your playlist to be shared or personal. You can add keywords and a description, but these are entirely optional. The final option is Only Me for personal playlists or By Invitation for shared playlists. I am going to create a shared playlist. I will now be able to see my new playlist in the Playlist drop-down menu. To select a playlist, click on it. Now let's add a track to this playlist and share it with a student. Click on the plus track button. You can add tracks from a variety of different sources. We will cover this more thoroughly in other videos. I'm going to add a PDF from my computer. Once I select the file I want to upload to Capti, the import wizard appears. You can name the track, change which playlist to add it to, and select how the track will be uploaded. Adaptable layout will enable you to change the formatting and make the text easier to read. Original layout will import the file in its original formatting. For image files, like JPEG and scanned PDFs, optical character recognition, OCR for short, can be used to create readable tracks. OCR is not recommended or needed for any files other than image files and scanned PDFs. Once you are finished, press Import. The track will go into the loading queue. You can see the spinning circle next to the playlist menu. If the track does not import for any reason, the spinning wheel will be replaced by a red triangle. Click to see what went wrong. Once the track has successfully imported, you will be able to see it on your screen. It will also be listed in your playlist on the left. Let's add a few more files to fill out the playlist. To add files in bulk, drag and drop them from your file folder into Capti. You can search the playlist by typing into the search bar or by pressing the microphone button and speaking. Press the same button again to finish recording and search. To share a playlist with your students and other teachers, press on the Share Playlist button. Select the users you want to share with. Close the window, and they will be able to access and annotate the content. You can also search for a specific user, filter by classes, and add and remove users in bulk. You can manage your playlist by clicking Playlist Actions. You can manage tracks in your playlist by clicking on Track Actions. To hide the playlist and entire left sidebar, press the arrow at the top or press the left square bracket key on your keyboard. Let's move down to the toolbar at the bottom of the screen. For this part of the video, we will be viewing a book I uploaded from Project Gutenberg. The big blue play button starts and stops the speech.
It is a truth universally acknowledged.
The arrows on either side of the play button move you to the next or previous track in your playlist. The next icon allows you to replay the last segment of text you just listened to. The stopwatch icon is to adjust speech rate and change your preferred voice. The progress bar on the bottom of the screen shows your position in the track. You can slide the knob on the bar back and forth as a way to navigate the track. If you want to search for something in the text, type the word or phrase in the search bar on the right. You can use the drop-down menu to choose how you want to navigate quickly through the track. The track's table of contents may be viewed by clicking the Table of Contents button. Finally, you can go between track pages by pressing the blue arrows on the right. You can also click on the page number to enter the number of the page you want to open. Let's move on to exploring the options available on the right side of the screen. The right sidebar is where all your bookmarks, highlights, definitions, translations, and comments will live. Right-click or select text to open the menu of reading supports. When you create a new note of any kind, it will display in the right sidebar. You can search your notes, filter them by type and page, and navigate to each one using the buttons provided below the note text. To view your student's notes, use the drop-down menu at the top and select the student you want to view. To close and open the sidebar, press the arrow or the right square bracket key on your keyboard. Let's continue by reviewing the buttons on the right side of the screen. The top button allows you to save your edits and print them, create and copy a URL link to the track and page, and start the Capti word challenge game. The next icon allows you to write directly on the page. This requires the track to be in original layout. Let's switch to an original layout document in our playlist. Students can also add check marks to original layout documents, making original layout the ideal upload setting for giving accessible quizzes and tests. Let's switch back to our other track. The double A icon is how you can modify the text as you wish. You can change the color, the font, and toggle the reading cursor from this menu. Change the spacing, the width, and masking to improve visibility. This button is available for adaptable layout tracks. The zoom in and out icons allow you to adjust your zoom level. And finally, the last icon selects the best fit zoom level for you. Thank you for watching this tutorial.